August the 4th, 2026. Here's the new garden space. Well, not really new. We started last year. We have deer that come here every single morning. Now we have a buck. I guess we're getting ready to start our mating. And they love, you can see right here, they'll come out here on the outside of the fence and they will, just eat the tips of this green bean plant. They like the green beans. See, they don't give it a chance to grow. But, this green bean is, it's a yard long. And so it doesn't want to die. And here we have a second flush of sunflower. Here's more birdhouse gourd. So I'm going to have a lot of those. I grew them for craft projects. So this is how they grow, little tiny baby one. But here's the new garden space, guys. Thanks to Darrell Miller with Keep Your Faith. And this is the corner of Buring and Wyoming here on the west side. This is our urban garden. And this is the first year. And this is cantaloupe bed. And there's a lot of cantaloupe in there. There is acorn, squash, and then I think this is what was happening. As you can see, I want you to check it out because the squash, this is like different types of squash. This is delicata. But when the squash started out, everything was slow to start. Many didn't even start. So, because the compost was too hot and it thwarted. When I say too hot, it hasn't aged enough, and it thwarted the growth of all my plants that I started from seed and brought over here. So we won't have, a lot of harvest, but the deer were walking through this trellis, this dome cattle panel trellis, which I recommend. And my plan was this would have been covered completely by these. And this is sweet potato. But as you can see, this is their favorite food. Like, this is deer mouth level, okay? You know how tall these T-posts are. So they just come through and eat it. But now they're not going through this trellis because of the squash plant. It has, it's become dominant. I can't even walk through there. I will when I harvest the delicata squash, though. But just, I'm learning because this is a new space and it's open, and my dogs aren't over here. But the deer are, and they love it. And I'm getting natural fertilizer from them because they leave tidy little piles everywhere. I came and got this. You can see, like, I smashed it all yesterday when I was doing this place. They don't let the cucumber grow. They just kept on eating at it. Like this one's trying to grow. And the trellis, this is completely full of birdhouse gourds. I think I have, so here's a large one. You let these dry, you let them cure, and then you can make little bird houses out of them. You can make big, spoons and ladles, and you just go crazy with it. And, you can give them as gifts, sell them, use them in your, I can use them as like little fairy houses or gnome houses. And then, let's see, I brought over some of the lambs here. Some of it's actually taking. And then I have this squash plant. It's really interesting because these have been cross-pollinated with something. And the reason I say that, it's supposed to be a delicata, but they don't grow like delicata. They grow like a tiny, let me see if I can get you in there, like a tiny white pumpkin. But you can see they've been cross-pollinated with something. And the only other things that I have growing that they could have cross-pollinated with are the pumpkin plants. So like the body, like this, just puts off these tiny little delicata pumpkins. But I'll show you. And I got some pepper plants, and here's beans I just let grow on the ground because they might have a chance down there, but not up on the thing is the deer love them. Like, here's a baby delicata. So you saw that, and then I'll show you a larger one. Delicata's the squash that you can let harden. It'll stay over the winter on your shelf in a cool area, dark. The skin gets real hard. It's like butternut. It's like, you know, different things like those winter squashes. But the skin is soft when it's like this here, green, when it's fresh picked. So you can eat the skin when in the summertime. Like in the summer, like you can just eat the whole thing. You don't have to roast it or anything. You can stir fry it up and just eat the skins. Now we got crazy pollen. They love squash plants. Squash is so easy to grow, winter and summer. Now get out of there. This is my spot. I'm getting this. Yeah, they're all over the place. I've got dill going to seed, and you can prevent it from going to seed, but I have a lot of dill. And now I'm ready for dill seed, so I'm letting it go to seed. But here's the delicata squash. This one here looks like it's been cross-pollinated with something, because this is what the delicata, again, is supposed to look like. You can eat it in the summer. You can eat the whole thing, skin and all. So you have to roast them, but they are indeed winter squash as well. And you see these white trumpet plants, that is tobacco, and it really, really attracts, and it attracts hummingbirds too. And then here we have the ground cherry. Now this ground cherry plant, if you get some context about its size, the bed is 8 feet long, right? Okay, there's the corner of the bed. Here's the other corner. There is the ground cherry. And if you look down here, somebody, being me, I've been eating them like crazy. This is like my reward for my intense physical therapy that has taken place in this new garden area. But the ground cherries, like when they turn to orange, you can eat them, and they're like little cherries without the pits. They have tiny, tiny little seeds that, you know, it's not like you even notice it when you chew it, because it is more of a starburst type deal, like a pineapple, honeydew mixed all in one. And I just love them. Look at the flowers. Aren't the flowers so cute? And over here we have a really cool eggplant. Here, these are my coffee stands. Oh, dill, more Thai basil, more sage, more basil. And over here we have a type of eggplant that is growing. This one's ready to harvest. Well, I'm gonna let it go for a few more days, but yum.